So as most of you probably know, the iPhone X is easily one of the better iPhones Apple has ever made. It's a very good iPhone, has a lot of capability, and personally for me, I still use this iPhone all of the time. Now, I do not use this iPhone as an everyday device. I use it almost every single day to be honest, but I use it for something else for another reason that most people probably don't really use it for, and that is making videos on my second channel. I make so many videos on my second channel, particularly with this particular device, and the reason that I do that is because the iPhone X is such a dependable iPhone. This particular device has so much capability, and for an older iPhone, it still holds up very, very well from that perspective because Apple knocked it out of the park with that device during that moment. For starters, the background of this iPhone is very interesting. It was the first iPhone to bring a notch, to bring the build quality that it brought, wireless charging, one of the first iPhones to bring that type of capability. And just from that perspective, it's very, very interesting. But you also have to remember that the iPhone X was one of those devices that also brought one of the better displays Apple made at that moment. But even after that moment, this particular iPhone is still holding up very, very well because it holds up so well from that screen department. It's still a fairly fast phone, and it still is a very good looking phone too. And because of that, every time I'm able to go ahead and make videos on this particular device and just kind of mess around with it, I'm still able to feel like I still have a very good looking video quality from this particular device when I'm filming this phone. Now, the camera quality of this particular iPhone really isn't that great. As you can probably tell, it doesn't really look that good. And there's always little random issues and bugs that I'm kind of running into with this particular phone. But I'm actually still shocked by how good of a job this phone looks from that, camera quality standpoint, which is very, very big. Now, that is why I'm almost always using it on an everyday basis. But the thing with this particular iPhone is that even when I'm not using it, I'm always still almost charging it and keeping it around, mostly because this iPhone still holds up very well from the software standpoint. Now, even though I wouldn't really recommend using this iPhone anymore as your main device, if you still wanted to use it, then by all means go for it. You're really not missing out on a crazy amount, but you're still having an iPhone that's still getting iOS 16 updates. Even though it's not getting iOS 17, it's still going to be an iPhone that's going to be there for you, that's still going to be able to hold up decently well from that specific perspective, which I think is actually very, very big. So where does that leave us today? Well, even though this is not an iPhone I would recommend the average person to buy, it's still an iPhone that, if you still want to use it as a secondary device or a side device, it honestly isn't that bad. And I'd probably recommend kind of looking at this phone if you're looking for a backup phone by any means. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.